Today's video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They are compatible with TCG Live, and you can of course get everything on the website for 5% off using the coupon code ZapDoesTCG. This video is also sponsored by cardmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can do it as well. And you can use the referral name ZapDoesTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by yourplaymat.com. This is a platform where you're able to, of course, create your own custom playmat. They have, of course, capabilities to ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So definitely check it out. Last but not least is Dragon Shield, the best brand to protect your beautiful cards. You can of course there's links down below for US and European people, and you can of course get your best quality sleeves available, as well as deck boxes and binders. Thanks so much for sticking around with the commercials. I hope you enjoyed today's upload. If you do, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and let's get this video going. Sup YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG uploads, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Today, Lost Zone Team Up on the menu. People like talking trash about Team Up, but it's very good right now with Counter Catcher. It's going to be one of those decks that can come back in the late game. You have Roxanne, Iono PAL, and that's going to be very, very strong. Big shout out to Karuta from Japan winning the Pokemon Battle Park tournament. So the score was 10 wins and 1 loss. That's actually ridiculous. And you can make work with the Lost Impact, slapping 280 damage. And the Star Requiem actually one-shots anything in existence if you have 10 cards in the Lost Zone. We're using Flower Selecting in combination with the Colress Experiment to get as many cards in the Lost Zone. You can also still sacrifice a 2-prize Giratina with the Abyss Seeking. If the opponent has taken 3 prize cards, you can then go for Roxanne and Roxanne into 2 cards while you slap down Path, while you can then still gust with the Counter Catcher. Very strong in the deck. I am a big fan of using Sableye and trapping something with a high retreat cost because of Counter Catcher, and you're going to be stealing games in the late game, mark my words. And this is also one of the decks that abuses Path to the Peak, so if you can slap down Path to the Peak turn 1, you're going to be running away with games because decks like Roaring Moon don't like turn 1 Path, decks like Miraidon don't like turn 1 Path, Mew VMAX also doesn't like a turn 1 Path. So we'll see if we're able to slap down turn 1 Path, or if we're able to have like the Abyss Seeking into a Roxanne when you're getting knocked out. So we'll have to figure it out together, but Lost Zone Tina is very well positioned in the format. Charizard is good, Roaring Moon is good, chien-pao is good, and all these decks you can easily Roxanne and Path. Roxanne Path is great. Okay, we have an opponent selecting whether they want to go first or second, and this format there's a lot of decks that want to be going second, so I can go first. Thank you, opponent. We'll see what happens here. If we can find a Path, that's going to be ridiculous. Okay, that's a very strange hand. Okay, let's see. This is more like it. So we have access to the Comfey, that's nice. We have the Giratina. And I think, if I'm going to be honest, we're going to be probably up against a Roaring Moon that wants to be going second, right? Or a Snorlax block. If it's not, it's Miraidon. Funny enough. Okay, sure. I'll slap this down. I'll go for Flower Selecting. Let's see what we find. It's an Iono. Currently, we're not going to be using Iono. We're going to be using Colress Experiment. I am still going to be slapping down Sableye just for the Escape Rope plays. And I also don't want my Comfey getting knocked out, so I will put it in the active position. They could still Escape Rope if they want to, but they can have my Sableye. I'm going to sacrifice my Sableye here, so we can then go for Flower Selecting into Colress Experiment into Cramorant Spit. Okay, their hand is probably pretty bad. They have a Nest Ball. Miraidon, that's not a bad hand. You have Miraidon. What's going on? Okay, tandem unit. We'll get the squad together. I'm thinking Raikou, another Miraidon, and a Mareep. There's also a Manaphy up on their board, which I found peculiar. They're gonna get out Raichu. I'm gonna try and set up a Raichu to KO Giratina VSTAR. I think that's that. Where's their Raikou? We see Raichu, what? No. Okay, there's an Iono. No, we're perfect. Colress go down to the bottom of the deck. That is nasty. Luckily, we still have access to 2 Comfeys and maybe even the Abyss Seeking. Wouldn't mind using Abyss Seeking, but on the other hand, we don't have a backup Giratina, so that's pretty bad. Already sitting with a 60 HP Mareep, 70 HP Manaphy. Lots of one prizers up on their board, let's be honest. Okay, Forest Seal Stone, are they gonna try and find Electric Generator? Is that the card they're looking for? We currently don't have Colress. It is on the bottom of the deck because of the opponent. Slapping down that Iono. We now have more Pokemon, I suppose. We have Comfey, we have Ninja, but nothing else. Maybe if we draw into an energy, we can draw with Ninja, can draw with Comfey, can draw with another Comfey, can draw a Colress. It could happen like that. A generator, let's see what happens. 1 or 2. 2 energies. They're gonna slap with the Miraidon turn 1. Really? I was afraid if that was gonna be an Iron Hands, that could have been going wrong very quickly. With that being said, yeah, our Giratina is actually probably not safe. They could have a switch out and then retreat, so we're not gonna promote that. Okay, come on. We need to find Colress. Path. Path is a strong card. Slapping down this, slapping down that. Flower selecting. Colress! It is here. That's great. Colress. Okay. Energies. There's a Nest Ball that allows us to find Cramorant. We already have a Path to the Peak. I'll take these. I could slap into this current Miraidon, right? 2 Comfeys, Psychic Energy. Yeah, I think I'll go for these. Sure. Is my Cramorant actually in the prize cards or not? Let's figure it out together. It is not. It is here. So we are sitting at 4 cards in the Lost Zone, which is super nice. I think I will just go for concealed cards here. Draw some more. Slap down the Path. And switch cards into the Cram. Let's see what they come up. We do have Boss to finish it off later, so that's nice. And we could already slap down a Sableye. No, I'm not gonna slap down Sableye. We're gonna wait because we can use it, that bench slot, for another Tina. Currently slapping down 110 damage on this Miraidon is great. Unless it comes with a Bravery Charm, then we're gonna be a little bit in trouble. But the Path is down, so no more tandem unit. So no getting out your Iron Hands or whatever you want to be going with. 5 cards in their hand. They could still Iono as our judges. Currently sitting at 4 cards in the Lost Zone. So if we find a Colress Experiment and 1 little Flower Selecting, we can get ourselves over the edge. We can also boss up the Miraidon, slap off those 3 energies. Or should we go after Fluffy because Iron Hands can take multiple prize cards? Is that something we should do? Okay, Arven. Nest Ball. No. Generator and Big Charm. The Big Charm is annoying. We don't have Tool Jammer, we don't have Lost Vacuum, so there's definitely a lot of things that could go wrong if they have the Bravery Charm on that Miraidon. Can still go for Boss's Orders on the Fluffy though, taking that one down. They also need to find a switch out. They go for Pokegear? What? Are they really breaking that hard? If I were them, probably would have gone for a switch out and a Bravery Charm. Yeah, that's what. Maybe they're priced. That could be. Or maybe they don't have a very great hand. Yeah, that's. They're definitely gonna Iono us next turn. And that's always pretty scary. If we take 2 prize cards here and they take 2 prize cards on the Cram, with the Iron Hands, we will still win the prize trade. No energies in their discard pile. We cannot use Mirage Gate quite yet. They're just gonna retreat and give us the Zero Aura. Yeah, they can now accelerate that energy once more to a Pokemon of their liking. Jet Energy. Oh yeah, they have the Jet Energy. That's kind of fantastic. Yo, they have the nuts. Do we have Super Rod? Currently sitting at 1 Nest Ball in the discard pile. No Super Rod played either. Yo, that is a scary situation. Jet Energy is great. Retreat into Jet Energy. Who would have thought? We have a Psychic Energy. We cannot draw with our good friend Switch Cart. Alright. Can we find... We're gonna Switch Cart here. Can we find... Colress? Another Tina. Currently sitting at 5 cards in the Lost Zone. It's not enough, unfortunately. We are gonna try and trap somebody. We're gonna boss up the Fluffy. We're gonna attach. We're gonna retreat. And we're gonna go for the Abyss Seeking whilst slapping down the Sableye here and see if we can buy ourselves some time. Roxanne, super useful. Super Rod is also super useful. All useful cards from the Abyss Seeking. If they eventually get a KO, we can Counter Catcher the Fluffy once more. Yeah, that Jet Energy combo was great. I wonder if they're gonna be able to get the KO now. Because we really need to focus on the Raichu. Raichu is scary. There's the Vacuum. Opening up the door for abilities. And they get rid of the Bravery Charm from their hand. Bravery Charm is actually a very great card. Definitely for that Miraidon. Then the muted, maybe another Mareep. And they really need to like thin the deck for them to go for a switch out here. Switch Cart does not work on Fluffy. And that's the thing we want to showcase in this video. That we can Counter Catcher Fluffy and sprinkle away on the bench. Okay, there's a Roxanne, there's the Colress. All great cards currently. 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile, while there is 1 in the Lost Zone. I wonder if they can get out of this situation. Generator. Nothing. Okay, they had 1, right? Raichu's are out now, almost powered up. Yeah, that's what I figured. That is what I figured. They are trapped. They are completely trapped. So, concealed cards. More stuff. All right. We need to find Giratina VSTAR. Yeah, Giratina VSTAR. There's also the Counter Catcher and the Jet Energy and more shenanigans. It's actually pretty great. I'll get rid of these. All right. So with that being said, 11 cards in the Lost Zone, folks. I'm actually gonna Super Rod some resources, Sableye and the Psychic Energies, and I will go for Mirage Gate. Psychic Grass, putting the Psychic Energy here, Grass Energy here, I suppose, or there. Yeah, they both can snap, which is great. Putting some pressure on. Put the Jet Energy here. We can evolve one of these guys already. I don't know if they're gonna have the boss or not, but I'll evolve one of them. So it's a little bit more protected. And now we can Lost Mine, which is super cool. We're gonna get rid of... Yeah, we're gonna put 10 there. There we go. And then 10. This one is something we can one-shot, so I think I'll focus on the Manaphy there. Okay, so we are playing from behind. Did you see that? The Fluffy's still stuck. They only have 3 cards in hand. And we have a Giratina that is very hungry. If we find 1 Mirage Gate, we can power it up. And then it can... or just find 1 Psychic Energy so we can use the Star Vacuum on it. Generator. Yeah, Zeraora is preparing itself. There's a research. They could have a switch out. They could. But then we Roxanne them. And we Counter Catcher. Because they're going to be ahead in the price raise once again. Which is great. We can always like Sableye again. I know it's super annoying trapping something and use Sableye. But Okay, they're gonna try and set up a Mew EX, which can respond to a Giratina VSTAR. Luckily, we have two of them. Two of them available, two energies there. Currently sitting at only one Super Rod in the discard pile. This is great. Do they even have access to a retreat option? I don't think so. They're attaching there. Is the Flaffy stuck? Trapping a Flaffy is just genius. And they're gonna draw some more with Mew EX. Or they're playing the Tapu Koko that can paralyze. That is super unique. Super unique. I'll give them that. And looks like they're trapped. I'm sorry, bruh. Your Flaffy is trapped. It's stuck. Now we can sprinkle again. We have a lot of counter catchers, by the way. You can jet energy, flowers out to the active position. I'll evolve another Giratina right there. I'll go for concealed cards. I'll get rid of this one. Can we find a boss? Nope, no boss. We do have Super Rod. But if we jet, we fly ourselves to the active position. So it's something we cannot do currently. It's gonna have to be Lost Mine. And currently, I will just... We can take an additional prize card right there, I suppose. Maybe we can find more options. 4. And 2. And then all the rest on this guy. Yeah, seems like a reasonable split. What do we get? Mirage Gate, perfect, okay. Mirage Gate is now part of our setup once more. Flaffy's still stuck. Yeah, they still need to take 4 prize cards. Sableye is kind of a menace. With Super Rod, you can even like set up, okay, there's Serena. Are they gonna discard cards or are they gonna gust? They're gonna discard a card. They have Path as well. Torton. Wow, this is the most wacky build of Miraidon I've seen all day. Did they finally found their switch outs? Zapdos from Pokemon Go. Maybe if it's an escape rope, they can no longer gust, and then they only can get a Comfey. Yeah. Yeah, take a Comfey, bro. Take him. Take him down. And it is place arena, so now if this Comfey goes down, Roxanne comes to town. If we put a Greninja, they could have taken 2 prize cards, by the way, so be careful of promoting something when Mew is around. Dynamotor. They're probably going to be attacking with Zeraora, right? Yeah. Yeah, we will just sprinkle the Mew and just set up a Tina and then use Roxanne. Okay, there's an Iron Hands. There is an Iron Hands. It only can take 2 prize cards though. Man, they have taken so many cards from their deck. It's crazy. Okay, since we do have Jet Energy as our way to fly ourselves into the active position, I will go for Mirage Gate. Psychic. Grass is irrelevant at this point. We will concealed cards. Yeah, there's go. Path, Roxanne. That's the best play imaginable. Nest Ball, is there something we still want? Maybe another Sableye. Because we have more Mirage Gate and Super Rod where those came from, so that's nice. Okay, we retreat. Now, first of all, flower selecting. Now that I think about it, I'll use... Yeah, flower selecting, why the hell not? Super Rod's currently in our hand. I'll take the Mirage Gate, thank you. Then I'll slap down Path. And I will go for the crazy Roxanne. Retreat. And we definitely win because we can Lost Mine the Mew perfectly. They can no longer draw cards even if they like bump the path for some reason. And the Sableye can take down Flaffy, and the Giratina can take down literally anything. So that's the game. Checkmate. There we go. They need to take 3 prize cards this turn, and that's impossible. And that's how you play. Lost Zone Giratina. Roxanning them, pathing them in the late game. You definitely run away with a lot of games there. Yeah, there's the concession from the opponent. A strange way that I think Raikou was prized. That was a little bit unfortunate, but they were able to get the first attack off, which was very strong. So Giratina, nothing to be laughing at. It's a strong deck, has a lot of great combos. You can, of course, use Counter Catcher when you are behind to trap opponents. Okay, let's see what the next opponent will bring to the table, and if we're able to Roxanne them as well. Okay. Like, it also doesn't matter if this deck goes first or second, to be honest. Like, if you go second, you can turn 1 Cramorant Spit or Abyss Seeking. If you go first, you can already have some flower selectors. And it looks like we can go first. So my guess would be that we are up against a Roaring Moon. And up against a Roaring Moon, ladies and gentlemen, the best plan of action is to snap down Path turn 1. Okay, Iron Valiant. Is that Iron Valiant with... Yo, they can Yoga Loop turn 1, but we need to get cards in the Lost Zone in order for us to just advance our board state. Yeah, I guess we have no shots but to go for this. Flower selecting. There we go, VIP Pass, that's nice. VIP Pass Greninja. I don't want to get these low HP Pokemon down, but currently we have no choice. And we have Path, so we'll see what happens. Concealed cards. Get rid of the water energy. Jet energy. Currently setting out 1 card in the Lost Zone. We jet ourselves to the active position. Flower selecting. Nest Ball or Mirage Gate. Mirage Gate or Nest Ball. We already have a Mirage Gate in hand. The more bench Pokemon we have, it could be Entei, it could be something else. But we can get a Cramorant Spit activated, right? So that's actually not bad either. So I will use Nest Ball. They might have Disruption by their side. So I think I'll just get a Cramorant. And slap down Path. There we go. Yeah, they can knock out this Comfey with Entei if they want to, but... Or now that I think about it, do we really want that to happen? They could play Escape Rope, so I'll just end the turn here. Iron Valiant is a little bit tricky. We do have a turn 1 Path, which is always very strong. Definitely if they're playing the Squack ability build with Entei and stuff. If they don't have Magma Basin in hand, that's pretty good. On the other hand, they can play supporters already, so they might have an out against this already. I didn't want to slap down another Comfey because that's... they just concede. Let's go. Turn 1 Path gets the job done and carries the deck so much. Let's go. Yeah, and you can get away with that against Miraidon, against Roaring Moon, against Mew VMAX, all because Path to the Peak shuts down abilities from all rule box Pokemon in play. So you can no longer use Greninja, you cannot Fleet-footed, you cannot Tandem Unit, you cannot, you cannot basically do anything. So Lostina, get another dub here. The only thing we're doing is slapping them Path. A Charizard coin. Could that be Charizard? Giratina also has a great matchup against Charizard. So, I don't know why people are hating on Lostina all the time. But if the deck works, it just obliterates the competition. And if you're not having to worry about going first or second, you're also a very great deck in my opinion. Wow, look at that. That's a hand we can work with. I will start with... We can go for Abyss Seeking, but I'll just attach Retreat, Flower Selecting, I suppose, because we can still draw into Switch Outs. Okay. It's definitely Choice Belt and Charizard, so... We're gonna show how you can destroy Charizard easily with Lost Zone Giratina. Buckle up, folks. Oh, there's a Comfey. That's nice. Pidgey in the active position. Comfey, VIP Pass, Comfey, and Greninja. Okay, Luminion. Luminion Arven. Already great to see a Luminion up on play because we can easily KO that for 2 prize cards. And Pidgeys with 60 HP, they do respect Sableye a little bit. They could still have the Jirachi in their deck to block Sableye from doing anything. VSTAR, Blade, and it's a VIP pass. It's not Arven. What am I saying? They're just slapping it down for the Forest Sealstone, which is hilarious. Another 2-prizer, Entei. The Entei lead. Retreating into the fleet-footed Entei. Okay. We can ninja them as well if we have a great start, but they probably will have Charizard next turn. Okay, Comfey, VIP Pass, Comfey, Greninja. Okay, just checking real quick. We have access to Roxanne, 4 Mirage Gates, 2 Path, and 2 Grass Energies, 3 Water Energies. That's actually pretty great. I'll start off with, yeah, Colress Experiment. Do we need another VIP Pass? Not really. There was 1 Grass Energy prize, but it's alright. Let's get these. If our bench is filled up completely, by the way, the Entei can knock us out. So we are not doing that. I'm just gonna slap down 1 of these. Currently sitting at 2 cards in the Lost Zone. Going for a concealed cards. A Jet Energy. And that's something I really love doing here, is using Jet Energy. And then going for the Abyss Seeking. Because they cannot KO us, which is very great. Taking this one and this one. Sounds great to me. So with that being said, 4 cards in the Lost Zone already. Easy to go to 7 cards, so we can KO Entei, Luminion, etc. Arven. So they're not altering our hands. Pretty interesting. We can go Abyss Seeking again and then Iono PAL. Also an option. Pidgeot EX has 280 HP, by the way. Perfect numbers for Lost Impact. Quick search. Are they really going to attack with Entei here? I think so. If we would have slapped down another Pokemon on the bench, they could have knocked us out with Entei, which is way too scary for comfort. The Abyss Seeking gave us a bunch of cards. No Colress Experiment though, but we can draw with Ninja, fine with Flower Selecting, so currently sitting at 4 cards in the Lost. We need to go to 7. They're just going for Charmeleon. Funny enough. No Charizard. Okay. That gives us more time to use Abyss Seeking. Hilarious. Okay. Concealed cards. There's a Roxanne. We can Abyss Seeking one more time, I suppose. Currently sitting at, do we Abyss? There's nothing that can KO us, so we might as well Abyss. Attachment here. It's gonna be an Abyss. Let's go. Water Energy, Switch Cart. Let's see here. 200. Yeah, with the choice belt, they could KO Giratina though. They need to have a full bench, and they need to find Charizard. Yeah, there's almost a full bench. Choice belt. They could get there. They could get there. That's all right. We can still Counter Catcher. How many cards in the last one, by the way? 6. Comfey, and Iono. Comfey, and Colress can get us there. Can they get there? An Iono. They need to find a basic Pokemon here. Yeah, didn't think about the choice belt there for a sec. But if they don't find a basic Pokemon, then their strategy goes out the window. And they also need the Charizard. They might whip the Charizard, they might whip the basic Pokemon. Yeah, that's a risky move. That's a risky move. Maybe you should wait with the Pidgeot before you find your cards. Just use Iono first and see what else you draw manually. Yeah, we didn't do a lot here. We were just Abyss seeking a little bit here and there, but that's about it. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. 180. Yeah, they have a bench Pokemon. Perfect. Okay. Now we are rocking. We can trap that Radiant over the Counter Catcher though. Now we can sprinkle a little bit, maybe with the Radiant Greninja. We need to have Path as well. That's going to get tricky. Alright, folks. Concealed cards. We need to find Iono. There's a Counter Catcher already, that's nice. Where is... Do we need so many Comfeys? Sometimes we don't have an option, right? Yeah, this is not good. Switch card. We have double Mirage Gate though. Giratina VSTAR. Chat energies. Giratina VSTAR. We don't have access to Path. We need Path, otherwise Pidgeot just gets everything. Colress, that's great, finally. Colress's Experiment. We can also Mirage Gate and attack with Greninja there. 90-90. Colress. Path. Boss? Nah. Path, Colress. These paths, if they stick, they have to stick, otherwise it's not working. Okay, so we have the Jets. We can Counter Catcher and Mirage Gate, Water Psychic. We have more Mirage Gates. Yeah. Mirage Gate, Water. We have Giratina, and we have more Mirage Gates, and Super Rod as well. Okay. So, with that being said, since we have Super Rods, we can just Counter Catcher. We're gonna slap down Path. We're gonna Counter Catcher the Charizard. And we could Jet ourselves. We can maybe use Greninja 2 times in a row. That could be crazy. Okay, first of all, Moonlight Shuriken. Can take down the Charmander. And we can take down, hopefully, Luminion by the time we are ready. Get rid of these 2 energies. And now we can do it again next turn. With Path around, we could get away with this strategy. Charizard stuck. Unless they have a stadium. They already have a stadium in the discard pile, so they might have a... we didn't have a Tina as well. Oh my, they had Oh no, there is going to be a Manaphy. That's going to be ruining our Greninja strategy. It would have been great if it worked out, but sure. We're at 11 cards in the loss zone, which is insane. Okay, Colress, Sableye, Mirage Gate, Super Rod. We definitely... Do we need Super Rod? How many energies? Too many energies. We need Super Rod. We only have one Mirage Gate though, but that's alright. We will sap down Sableye, attach here. We will retreat. Use Sableye. So see how great the comeback potential is here. That's fantastic. So we will Lost Mine. For 3. Hold the rest there. We can 90-90 again, I suppose. And they could have collapsed, right? Yeah. Price mapping wise, this makes the most sense. Okay. Manaphy down. Pidgeot is useless currently. We can 99. We could have gone 90-90, but I'm gonna Sableye. Maybe they're still stuck. We also don't have room for anything else, by the way. Escape Rope. We sacrifice... We can attach retreat, by the way. Let's just give this Comfey up. Entei comes to town. Burning Rondo does take the KO down. Okay, we can 180 and 90 and then sprinkle away with Ninja. Yeah, 180. Yeah, I guess that's the strategy here. We hit for weakness, right? Yeah, maybe too much damage on this fella, but that's alright. Slapping down Sableye. Super Rod. This, maybe another Psychic, I suppose. Whee! Mirage Gate, Psychic, Water. Psychic and yeah, Psychic and Water. Then we attach here. We can still keep the Iono, I suppose. They didn't have anything, so let's just use Moonlight Shuriken. We only need to take 2 more prize cards. We just played around the Zard, which is kind of hilarious. So we hit for weakness. That's right. Surprise. And our board is full of 1-prizers. They can no longer win. So at this point, Giratina was no longer around, but that's fine. Path carried the game. And I don't see them having enough Pokemon to collapse away Entei underneath a path to the peak. Could have gone for Iono to 3 as well, but Ball Sableye, and that's where the game ends, right? Yeah, cool. We can even spit the Entei. Here we go. Yeah, Counter Catcher. Not useful right now. So yeah, we just played around Zard. That's kind of funny. So the deck can just act as a cool 1-prizer. The Abyss Seeking is crazy because you get to a high amount of Lost Zone cards very quickly. And the Zard matchup should be super easy. Also, Pidgeot has the perfect number, 280. Entei, trickier numbers, but we make do. So yeah, we keep on winning with Lost Cena, and I don't know why people are giving it a hard time. It's a very strong deck. You can do so many crazy plays. Roxanne, Path, Counter Catcher, Radiant Greninja Snipes. So many things that could happen with Lost Zone Giratina. We're going to be playing one more game so you guys understand the true meaning of a Lost Zone deck. And yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel about Lost Zone Giratina currently. Are you a fan of the archetype, or are you despising it so much? It's one of the few Lost Zone decks that actually is still super viable with Paradox Rift. There's that. Last opponent has lots of Charizard accessories, deck box, sleeves, coins, so if it's another Zard, should be a walk in the park. And this time around, we go first. Sometimes with Tina going first can result into all late game cards in your opening hand, but what are the odds of that happening, right? Cool thing, we have Jet Energy and a bunch of switch outs, so we can get a lot of cards in that lost zone right now. 3 cards to start off with, and having a Tina on board could indicate a lot. Now this is a very crazy opening hand. I don't even care what I'm up against, Tina can destroy anything. Definitely with hands like this. Okay, Charmander sleeves indicates they're playing Charmander, so that's pretty. Yeah, I'm playing Giratina sleeves, so I shouldn't talk, but you know, Comfey. There's even Cramorant that we could get out here. Cramorant could show itself. I think Cramorant is actually not a bad choice here. Get the Cram as well. Should have checked which energies were priced, but that's alright. Concealed cards first. Get rid of the grass. Path to the Peak, turn 1. A little more Luminion shenanigans for Jet Energy. Fly yourself to the active position. Flower selecting. Battle VIP Pass, that's crazy. VIP Pass. This one. I'm also gonna check real quick. I did throw away a Water Energy, but there's still 2 of them in there. That's perfectly fine. Okay, retreat to this guy. Flower selecting. Mirage Gate, thank you. Switch Cart. Flower selecting. Switch Card. Yeah, we're gonna get to a lot of cards very quickly. Our hand is actually pretty bad, but we can attack, which is most important. I'm gonna step down Path because that's indicates that they cannot stab down Luminion, Arven, and they would need to have something great in hand. Also with Path around, their second turn should also be coming a way to get rid of the Path that currently is in play. And they're playing Colress' Experiment. Is it the Lost Zone engine, or are they playing Colress in the regular build of Pidgeot Arven's art? That's not an Arven. There's a VIP pass though, but they did give up on a Charmander. So if there's a couple of them priced, they weren't able to check. This is gonna be fantastic. If there's like 1 Charmander priced, they can only get 1 out right now. And if we're able to get to enough cards in the Lost Zone, we can turn to Ninja and get... Oh, they're playing with the Lost Zone engine, okay. Our Artisan, okay, the path no longer that viable, but we can now draw again as well. Yeah, my Giratina will have to respond to their Charizard, and they might have some water energies in their Greninja build as well. There's Charmander, 70 HP this time around. All the alt arts are available. Crazy. The Sun and Moon Ultra Ball. Another Comfey. Okay, how many cards do they have in the Lost Zone? 3. They need to have 2 switch outs right now. If it's an Escape Rope, oh, there's a Jet Energy, I can give them the Ninja. Lost Zone Charizard EX. That's the archetype currently. And they are, oh yeah, they are at, they have played Colress, or now they are at 3. They need to retreat, and they need to find a switch out. And preferably it should not be an Escape Rope, because if it's an Escape Rope, they don't get a knockout. We have 2 Charmanders, which is a little bit annoying. What I could do is boss up Manaphy. Yeah, I could boss up Manaphy and then take them all down. Interesting. Okay. Sableye is gonna be our best friend, I suppose. Artisan, we're gonna clear the deck. We could stab down Manaphy, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't think they have the consistency to find what they need. Concealed cards. There's a Colress. We could boss up the Manaphy though, and then swoop their board. Is that better? Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher is great though. Sitting at 4 cards in the Lost Zone. Are we really? We can do both, right? We can Counter Catcher. Get the Manaphy. Switch card to the call. That's how cool Counter Catcher is. I thought I needed the boss here, but that's insane. Okay, Colress Super Rod boss. 2 boss is better than 1. And definitely because we already used Counter Catcher here. Let's go. Spit innocently. Kata. We can use Ninja here. 1 prize card. They need to recover the Manaphy ASAP. Or otherwise, we will Greninja 2 targets. They use Artisan, so they're not recovering the Manaphy. They're just going full on Squall with the Crams. Can they find Charizard? That's something that the Lost Zone version struggled a little bit. Oh, did they throw away a supporter here? Oh yeah, they got rid of Giratina. What? No. Got rid of Colress. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Oh, spit instantly. All right, it's time for us to take down both Charmanders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Currently sitting at 2 energies in the Discrepal. Triple Mirage Gate. What is this? Yeah. I'm actually not gonna use the Colress experiment because now we're gonna get at 7. Do we need the Giratina VSTAR? Probably not anymore, seeing as we can just go crazy. Mirage Gate, Water Energy, Grass Energy. No, think about it. Let's just take the Psychic. Water, Psychic, Mirage Gate, Water, Psychic. And there's gonna be a Roxanne turn shortly. I'm gonna slap down another Sableye here. We're currently sitting at 7 cards in the Lost Zone, but we're gonna be adding that up very quickly. This here. Then Colress, Roxanne, Super Rod, Psychic Energy. Yeah, they just concede. They see the writing on the wall. We can Ninja them, and we can then Roxanne and Sableye earlier than them. So yeah, this deck, Lost Zone Tina, it works out like a charm, so check it out for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways to help support the channel. And yeah, Path is strong. Yeah, snapping everyone with Star Requiem is strong, and Sableye is still strong. So this is the best Lost Zone deck currently for the Paradox Rift meta. Yeah, go check out my sponsors, PokemonStore.com, the best place for TCG live code cards. Use the coupon code ZABLOSTCG for 5% off. If you're looking for sleeves, binders, and deck boxes, there's Dragon Shield. You can get 5% off clicking the link down below or using the coupon code ZABLOS5 over at dragonshield.com. There's yourplaymat.com to create your own custom playmat from scratch. You can use the link down below to get 10% off today when creating your custom playmat. And then there's cardmarket.com for European players. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZABLOSTCG. Have yourself a good one. Lost Tina is not a pal. Definitely check it out, and we'll see what happens at LAIC. Peace.